Okay, yeah, it's recorded right now. Okay, very good evening and good morning, good afternoon, everyone. All right. So, Kelvin, I met Kelvin in Bangkok when we were in a Star event, and he's such a humble, he's such a fantastic guy. You cannot imagine, all right? I'm so excited to be with Jeunesse Global because of all these wonderful leaders that is so so unique. Their character is so, so fantastic, and I can't wait to introduce all of them to all of you, all right? So let me start with Kelvin first, okay? And I will unmute him, all right? And we shall start right now, okay? Diamonds, hold on, yeah? All right. So hi, Kelvin. All right. Very good evening.
Hey, how are you? I'm excited.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited.
Good morning to you.
I'm so excited to see you online right now. We're just speaking about this in Bangkok some time back, yeah, during the Star event. And I told Kelvin, Kelvin, I want to do a international diamond panel. And without hesitation, I said, let's do it. Let's get it going, So thank you so much for logging in tonight. So let me start with you, right? The people would love to know about you guys, and we can't wait to discover all these gold nuggets that you're gonna give it to the team, all right? So just for a start, Kelvin, what does hustle mean to you?
Well, that's my favorite. That's my favorite word. If you haven't seen it already, and if you haven't seen that, a lot of my talks have to do with the word hustle.
Yeah.
But what hustle means to me is, I think it's the modern word for work ethic.
All right.
Somebody who has a really heavy work ethic. Since I was a kid, I've been working to help my mom pay the bills. We grew up really, really poor where I lived, and my twin brother and I, at an early age, at about 8 years old, we worked as hard as we could to just help our mom bring home any money we could to help her pay the bills, to help her struggle less. And that work ethic took us our entire life into the success we have today, from paying for our own private high school, working 3 jobs a day, going to college for the first time and being the first ones in our family to graduate from college, starting my own company at 22 years old in the real estate and mortgage industry, and then getting involved in network marketing when I was 26, and in my first year becoming the youngest 6- and 7-figure income earner in my company. So my work ethic since a kid has brought me throughout my entire life. But that's the hustle. That's what hustle means to me.
Wow.
Is just working as hard as you can to achieve what you're setting out to accomplish. Setting the pace for everybody else. Looking at the person on the right, looking at the person on the left, and working harder than both of those people.
Wow, you really, really amazing. Wow, great. Thank you. So the next question I'd like to ask you, so you are the man, you're the man in a 90-day run, right? So could you explain how do you do the 90-day run with your organization?
Yeah, a lot of people on my team all around the world are constantly doing 90-day runs. I think all of us diamonds on this panel right now are always running every single day. Most people would say 90-day run. You guys are running for 365 days a year. And although that is the truth, most of our people on our teams can't do what we do because they have all the excuses in the world. Most people have families. Most people have their own jobs they do every single day, or just people just don't feel like they have the energy to do what we do. So when I do a 90-day run, it gives everybody the opportunity at least one time a year to just do what we do, to get in the trenches with us, to sacrifice for 90 days. And to tell you the truth, I've been doing the 90-day run for almost 7 years now. And before I heard about Network Marketing Pro and GoPro and all those things, and they're talking about 90-day runs, we were doing that, just like most of us successful people on the phone here. But basically, it's just setting a goal, setting a date that we're all going to commit to the business. We know what responsibilities we have with our own family. We know what responsibilities we have in our normal daily life, going to work, coming home, and all those things. But we're going to commit to sacrificing all of the television time, all of that extra time that we're not putting into the business for 90 days, putting our head down, going to work, doing the things that we don't normally do, stretching our comfort zones past the point that we've never taken them before, so we can finally get the results that we've always dreamed about. And it's really setting up this 90-day run game plan with your team, maybe setting it up for a start date. The finish line is a major event that the company throws, whether it's in Amsterdam or Thailand or mainland or Hong Kong or Mexico, wherever it is. We're all setting this target date of the finish line of our 90-day run. What are we going to accomplish by that time? And who's willing to run with us? Not everybody's going to do it, but what I've found is that every single time we do it, The 90-day run, just because of the name, it sparks fire within our organizations worldwide. Like the biggest income earners on my team, the biggest pins have broken on my team during the 90-day run, right? Stefania Legato being a perfect example of one of those people who's very, very successful. I've seen her, 4 times she's done 90-day runs, but I've seen her now create incredible leaders. She's duplicated herself because of something like the 90-day run. And I'm telling you, there are other times during the year when we're running for something, but there's nothing as significant as the 90-day run. People have success all year long, but that 90-day run is important, and people are really setting up their calendars. They're doing all those income generating activities that they weren't normally doing the rest of the year. So all it does is it invites people to do what we're doing for just 90 days to see what it's like, and it's incredible.
Yes, that's right. Just 3 months. Put aside that 3 months and totally change our life, the course of our lives, right? Yeah. So from the time from the time that you started your network marketing journey till now, right? How have you evolved in the way you see and do your network marketing business?
Man, I've been involved in network marketing compared to maybe some of the people on this call, probably not that long, but I've been involved in network marketing now as a professional for 10 years. And my business today is a lot different than it was before, because I remember when I first started network marketing, I was green to the industry. I was only 26 years old. And I built my business primarily around me and all of my action and all of my activities. I was doing all the meetings, all the one-on-ones, all the trainings. I didn't want anyone to mess it up, so I wanted to be there for them, to do it for them, because I wanted them to win and succeed. But what I found was that even though I had a lot of success that first year in my business, and people saw me as succeeding in the company, and anytime I decided to step away from my business didn't duplicate. I didn't create the leaders that I should have that first year. I kind of enabled them to depend on me for everything. And that was what I found was my common core mistake when I first started building my business. So as I started to evolve, I've rebuilt my business and network marketing 4 times, maybe even 5. I'm not sure. But I've rebuilt my business. When I say rebuilt, not all the way from zero, but I've had to adjust and change my sale. I've had to just change some things that I identified that weren't working, that weren't leading to a duplicatable model. And what I did was I started to empower people to do the business on their own. Of course, at the very beginning, I'd do those first few steps with them, do their first few meetings, their first few one-on-ones, plug them into the tools. But as quickly as I could, I had to push them out of the nest to do their own meeting, to go do their own presentation, to go meet someone one-on-one. And I started to empower people. And it was from that moment that duplication started to go off in my business, and people started to duplicate and do their own business without me. That was important. And another, I'm not going to just say too much, but another major thing was I started to build my business not just in my backyard with people that looked like me and talked like me and had the same culture as me, but I started to get outside of my own culture and started to meet people who were of different skin color, different ethnicities, spoke different languages, including English. And I started to share my products and business with them. And sooner or later, within a couple of years, I had an international business now that spans in more than 80 countries worldwide. Yep,
that's right. Duplication, creating leadership, and going global. That would be things that make changes in the way in the early years and the later years that produces great results, isn't it? Right.
Yes.
We're already very successful building network marketing before Jeunesse. Then when things eventually did not work out in that company, right? How did you rally your organization and bounce back to become so successful in the next major network marketing company, which is Jeunesse right now?
That wasn't a very easy moment in my life, and I'm lucky to have a very supportive wife and a very supportive family around me. But I was in love with that company, obviously, just like we all are with the companies that we're in. And I had a choice to make, either sink or swim. That was my choice. Okay. And, for me, as a leader of my organization, thousands of people worldwide in all these different countries, people are looking to you whenever there's a problem like that, whenever an obstacle arises. They always look to the leader, and you have to lead by example. And for me, the only choice I had was to go all in 100% and support what was going on in my business. And fortunately for me, I did my own research. I fell in love with Jeunesse very quickly when I saw the video of the founders. When I met Wendy and Randy for the first time, they were like instant family to me. And when I met Scott for the first time, who was my age and who I could relate to right away, and I saw him as the future of the company as well, I was all in. You know, the products I had to start using to really understand and learn the science, that was going to take time. But for me, in order for me to, you know, just to transition from one company to the next, my team had to see that I was 100% supportive of the transition, and I was 100% all in with the company. And when I did that, everybody followed. That was it. I remember speaking to the leaders, Stefania, Danian, and all these other people, and we made a decision that if we were going to do this, we were going to go all in from day one. We weren't going to question it. We weren't going to be hesitant. We weren't going to show that we were worried or scared. We were going to show that we were excited and passionate, and this is a new chapter of our life, and we're going to do bigger and better things. And our team followed, and we exploded from day one. You know, there are many people from our past company who didn't survive, but we survived because from day one, we were all in, and we've been all in ever since.
Yeah. You're really a leader that leads by example, you know. Yeah. So share with us a story of someone in your organization which you helped through the years to become highly successful in this industry, and tell us what and how you did the business with them until they became so successful. And I'm sure Stefania is one of them. And how many diamonds have you got so far?
Yeah, of course. Man, we have a lot of diamonds, and there's even a couple more breaking today. I think Stefania might have one or two as well, you know.
Wow.
But yeah, it's getting crazy now. But you know, I've been in the business for 10 years, and there are many very, very fast success stories in my business. But a lot of the fast success stories are already gone, right? They're gone to the next company. They're probably 4 companies ago they were with me.
Yeah.
You know, and but for me, the success stories really lie in the people who stayed committed, who stayed persistent, who failed over and over again and didn't quit. Those are the people who've had the most success I've ever seen. That's my story, you know, and a story that really hits close to home to me is the story of Danian Fire. You know, somebody who I met when I was 27 years old. He was probably maybe 22 or 23 years old. I'm not sure.
Oh.
And I remember him coming to one of my meetings in Germany, and him being very, very new to the industry in the sense that he was still young. So he was growing his network and growing his skill sets. And from day one, we hit it off, became friends. And for a while, he didn't have any success. But I remember I stayed committed to him because I saw something in him that I didn't see in anybody else, even in the people who were very, very successful, even more successful than him, that were in his upline. And I went around those people and went into Danian and built like a friendship with him and more of like a brotherhood over the years. And I remember he'd always ask me, because he'd seen my success and how quickly I was growing, he'd say, man, you know, how do you do it? You know, do you think I'll ever be as successful as you at some point? When is it going to be? And I remember telling him, of course you are, because I knew it in him. I saw the skills as he developed himself, and he stayed committed. He didn't care about the income he was making. All he cared about was helping his team, supporting his team, putting on events, and developing strategy and skill sets that were going to help his team into the future, not giving up on anybody. And I remember because of him, I would continue to go back to Germany every single month for about a week, and I'd stay with him, and we'd be working, doing one-on-ones. And if I look back, I could see all the one-on-ones that wasted our time, and all the people we thought were going to be big, but all the people we thought were going to be small that were worth it, you know? And he stayed persistent. And as the years went on, his team started to grow and grow, and his skill sets are what really turned him into who he is today. And he met this little firecracker right here, Stefania Lugato. Right? That really not just empowered him, but inspired him because of her story, where she came from, and with the little experience she had, but with the determination and hustle. Right? We talked about that word hustle and work ethic. That within 2 or 3 years, she became one of the most dynamic women in this industry worldwide, and changed the face of his business, but also set the pace for his business, showed him what real work ethic was, and it lit a fire under him that changed how he worked from that point on. So it's just those people that were committed, and determined.
Yep.
And I have a few people like that in our organization worldwide that have never quit, that have always stayed committed to me, and have been loyal, and because of that, they're all being rewarded just like I am in my business.
Yep. Truly, it's the beauty of our business, our industry, is really seeing someone being groomed, and personally developed to the point that people who know us before the business and after a few years in the business, the kind of development that we have gone through is amazing. It's really truly amazing, and we can really identify people very quickly. The way they work, the way they want to be a good student, they want to learn. We can really identify this type of people very easily. And if we put in the time and effort in grooming, I'm sure the person will would bloom as well. Yeah. All right. So thank you so much, Calvin. We have picked up so much from you. And I'm so excited that you can really come online. And we couldn't thank you enough. We're so grateful.
Yeah.
You are an amazing person, with such great successes. You are the most humble double diamond I've come across, rubbing shoulders with, and I just want to thank you for setting this kind of example for us, and we promise you we'll become like you as well, right? Because you are such an inspiration. So thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much. All right. So next person that
thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Calvin. Thank you so much. All right. So the next person I'm going to bring up right now, guys, I'm going to bring up our double diamond from Mexico. All right. Juan Carlos. All right. And let me unmute him. All right. Hold on. Let me go through here. All right. Hi, Carlos. Hello. Are you there, Juan? Okay, hold on. I think I have unmuted him, right? Juan?
Hello, Gwen. How are you? Good morning. Good night.
Yeah, to you. Thank you so much. Brother, you are always there for me. Thank you so much. I asked you, you just said, okay, very, very soon, very, very fast, and I just want to, thank you again. This is our second time doing the Zoom meeting, and the whole Singapore team is looking forward to hear from you, all right? And I would like to ask you a few questions, all right? And, how are you feeling there? Good? 9 in the morning right now? No, you are 8 in the morning, isn't it? 8 in the morning. So
8 o'clock in the morning.
So early for me too. All right. Right. So let's start with, how did you get started in network marketing, my brother?
Oh, first of all, Wenxi, I want to thank you for inviting me to be here. First of all, and thank you very, very much. I will be here all the time you ask me. Yeah. And for me, it's an amazing honor. After listening Calvin, oh my goodness, I saw this guy on the stage and really impressed me, but and I see the full knowledge that he has, and also the first time I remember I saw Stefania in Italy. It was in Italy. I was like, oh my God, where this lady is coming from. So impressed, and of course Chicago is so sweet, and her little boy, with Angeli. Angeli has been my friend for many, many years, and I feel them really as a family. So first of all, it's an honor to be in this Zoom with all these huge guys, and
all of you are huge guys to us.
And so answering your question, and how was my starting in network marketing? And I started long ago, 27 years ago. I was 22 years old. I was very, very young, and it was like kind of funny, because my brother started network marketing. He was introduced to one first company who was arriving to Mexico, and he organized his first meeting, and nobody showed up. So he asked me to pretend to be the guest. So I was there, just pretend to be like the person invited from my brother. And I didn't like it anything. I didn't like about products, because I thought it was all about selling. I didn't like about talking to people, because I was a very shy guy. I was 22 years old. I am a musician, so I was studying music.
Wow.
So and from the point of view, business was like not related at all with music. I was like focusing on the spiritual things, on the elevated things about music and about arts. So business was like, oh my God, for me, it was like, I didn't like at all what I saw in that meeting. 27 years ago, can you believe that? And also I was coming from a very poor family. So when they were talking about, luxury cars and luxury houses and all this stuff, and I didn't really relate it with that, and it took me a while to understand the industry, because it was very new in my country, and it took me the environment of successful people. So it was long ago when I started. When people ask me, how do you feel, being in the industry for 27 years already? And I answer, I feel old. It's so many years. I feel that I'm really old.
But you're amazing. You're such a humble person. I'm so glad to meet all of you. Thank you. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, you're saying, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, thank you. So, you know, in the early part of your career, who was your greatest source of inspiration and motivation?
Probably better than who is what was my better source of motivation.
Yeah.
Because you know, when I started, of course, my offline, you know, the offline of my offline in one moment became like my source of inspiration, because she was having kind of good results, but very easily and very fast. You know, I saw his offline, who was huge in the business, and he was having a lot of success. And I became his friend. You know, it took me a while, like 6 months, but I became his friend. And he was mentoring me a lot, but he taught me something very important. He told me, Juan Carlos, the only way to succeed is that you plug into the system, to the training system, the whole thing, not only me, but the whole thing, you know. And I'm talking about books, tapes, and that time, you know, the tapes that we were listening, and all the events, and every single meeting. He told me, you have to show up in every meeting, and read all the books that we were recommending, and listen to all the tapes. So I was 22 years old. I was listening. You know, I was very naive, and I say, okay, whatever you tell me to do, I will do that. And he told me, you have to do that every day. So this is what I did. So I was reading as crazy. When she, and you know, before that, I never read a book, an inspirational book, a personal growth book. So I was reading as crazy. You cannot imagine. And they told me, you have to listen in one tape a day, and I was listening like 2, 3, 4 tapes, because I was traveling in a subway in Mexico, or in a bus or whatever. And I remember I purchased my how do you call it, my Walkman recorder, tape recorder machine. So I was with my Walkman, laughing, you know, very inspired in the subway and in the bus. And I remember everybody was looking at me, you know, a very young guy, laughing, and very. I don't know, but I can imagine my eyes so open, you know, and so inspired. I was listening 2, 3, 4 tapes a day, as crazy. And they told me never miss any event. And since that time, I'm talking about 27 years ago, I never, ever miss any single event.
Yes, yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
And this is what I teach my people. So I found out very easily that, you know, the training system, the whole thing became my source of inspiration. I needed to be 100% plugged in and teach and inspire my people to do exactly the same. So training system is the key.
The training system, yeah. Also, you know, I cannot imagine that we are saying that you're taking the subway, you know, during the time that you took subway and all that. I cannot imagine. Now I cannot imagine. But the most inspiring marketing is the kind of story that we hear from what kind of background of people and all that, but how it changes our life is just amazing. It's such an inspiration, you know, to be at our event and to hear, you know, when people share this kind of stories and all that. So let me ask you now, when was the defining moment for you when you knew that you would be doing network marketing for a long run? Since 27 years, you know, 27 years now. When was the defining moment?
I think that there have been many moments, not only one moment, many moments, and every single moment is a magical moment who create like more commitment or more security or more clear, you know, that this is it. But I can remember one moment, and it was like 1 year after I joined my first company, because I went to my first convention. I remember they were promoting me to go to the convention very strongly, and it wasn't in my country because my country was very new. It was outside of my country. It was Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is an island in the Caribbean. So it was another country. It was far away. You know, it took me like several planes, actually like 4 planes to get there, and very expensive for me. You know, at that time was like, oh my God, I was making no money. So in network marketing, you know, after 1 year, I was like very new with a very small team. So it took me like a lot of effort to really, you know, pay for the plane and pay for the hotel. We stayed like 8 people in one room. Don't share that too much. We were 8 people. And we were like, we were buying like one entire chicken, you know, fried chicken. And we were like dividing the chicken for 8 people. So we were really sorry at that convention. But It was like 2 days convention, and I remember the second day. Second day, I remember this so clear. You know, when they introduced one new diamond on the stage, and it was like 1 hour long speech, and my God, he was so inspired, so inspired. And he was like very, very young person, you know, with a very powerful story. And sorry, I get a little bit emotional, but I started crying at that time. I started crying and crying, and I just cry, and I just hold the person next to me, and I didn't know him, but I was crying next to him, you know, like but I remember exactly what happened in my heart and what happened, and when she said I understood that this journey was not only about making money and have luxury cars and have an incredible lifestyle, you know. It was not only money, it was also personal growth, personal development. Yeah. It was also being around the right people in my life. And I remember when I hear that, you know, I have a very strong desire in my heart that, you know, I want to be diamond. I want to be diamond, not because I want the recognition, not because I want that money. It's because I want to be able to touch many lives the way he was touching my life in that moment. So I think it was one of the best moments in my life when I couldn't sleep that night. You know, I went to my room and I couldn't sleep, and you know, and I thought, you know, this is it, and this is it forever. This is what I want to do forever.
That's right. Events. That's right. Being at events is really a life-changing, you know. Many diamonds that I've spoken to, like the other time when I went up to Singapore to get my diamond pin as well. So we're seated among the rest of the diamond waiting for our turn. So we all asked each other, so when did you decide that you wanted to become a diamond in the company? And everybody said, oh, I went to this event. Everybody said that I went to this one event, you know. So that is really a life-defining moment for all of us, because what we saw there is the awakening, the clarity of what we want to write on, and what are we writing on in order to change our lives, right? So, you know, the upcoming expo for us in Singapore, our people are so lucky within the Southeast region. We are just going to Bangkok. It's just very short flight, you know, less than 2 hours flight to Bangkok, and it's so affordable, you know. I'm sure you want to add a few more words to the listener right now, not to miss the Expo 8, right?
I believe that biggest events is where you take the biggest decisions.
Yes.
Have to take big decisions.
Yeah.
So Expo, you have to be there. You can at least any of them.
Yeah, when I ask any of the diamonds, all of them would have tell you have to be there, right? All right. So two more questions, and then this is in a nation where the average income per capita is about $1,000 or less, and where our borders range from tens of dollars to hundreds of dollars, right? How have you been able to build such a successful organization within Mexico as your base, and now to so many countries around the world?
What I think is that, you know, many times when she like salary, it's like the mindset of the people, you know, what they can accomplish, you know, and of course, you know, when people are poor, like my country and many other countries in Latin America, sometimes it's hard for the people to understand they can make better. You know, it's like a mindset, it's an understanding. Because those people who make no money, they have an incredible cell phones, an incredible TV, and home theater, you know, and because they spend money, they're like, everybody likes to spend money when they see value, when they find value. So the first thing we make sure is that we teach, you know, the value of our products for our people to really understand and to really want them to buy products, you know. And it doesn't matter how much money you make, it's a matter of the value. Do you see where you put your money? Yeah. But what I see that network marketing generates in people to really grow fast is because they see an opportunity to really get out of the poor mentality, you know, to get out of there, you know, because they see a real opportunity to change, to raise. And this is what I saw, you know, what I saw is an opportunity to really raise my family economical status and to really go up and up and up and start dreaming again, you know. And everybody, no, doesn't matter how much you make, and doesn't matter where you're coming from, doesn't matter how poor you are. I believe that every single person has big dreams, huge dreams. The dreams are the ones who can drive you wherever you want to go. and will push you to do things that you are not capable to do right now. You don't even see that it's possible for you to do. So that's why personal development is so important, and that's one of the keys also for the people who is just starting, who is not making too much money for many years. They have to raise the training system, the system will teach them that there is a better way to live. There's a better way. And it's great, to put many examples of people, very successful people in our team and how they did that. I mean, it creates inspiration. So probably the people who is making the lowest is the people who need more inspiration in their lives. And network marketing, is the most powerful source of inspiration that I know, that can really make people to move to a better way. So and of course, a little bit more challenging, of course, when people has no money, but also it's much more beautiful when you see them succeeding. When you see them becoming a pearl and sapphire and then ruby and then emerald or even diamond, it's incredible. It's I don't know. It's hard to describe. How do you feel when you go back and see 2-3 years before, when they're completely broke and they're like financially free? This is amazing. And of course, it's a huge inspiration for thousands and thousands of people. It's all about your heart. Put your heart and be the example. And
not so much of the cost of the product, but it's the value of opportunity. If we can show them the value of the opportunity, then not so much of the money is no longer an issue. It's the opportunity that they need to seize. Okay, one last question for you. Okay, one last question.
I can tell you. Yeah. Of course.
What culture have you always set for your teams, your leaders, and your organization? The culture.
Okay, the culture is like we are family. It's a family. My team, it's a family, and we're a family. We care of the backs of each other. We behave with values, and also to be focused. My culture is to be focused on personal growth. Personal growth is very, very important. And they have to build a business, but build themselves. You cannot only build a business, because if you make money but you're not building yourself, the group will be destroyed until you grow yourself. So grow your business, but grow yourself in a daily basis. For me, one time, it doesn't matter. When I was listening Calvin, he was telling that he built the business many times. They say, I didn't say it. That's it. You have to build every single day. You have to build forever, every day. This is not one time opportunity. This is a lifetime opportunity. So you have to build every day, forever. That's it. Yep. This is the culture.
Thank you. So family-like, and then encourage them.
Thank you very much.
Right. So thank you so much, Juan. All right. And so glad to have you online. And I'm sure you are waiting to hear from the rest of the diamonds as well. We all hear from one another. Yeah. All right. So the next person that I'm going to bring out is Chikako. All right. Chikako-san. Hi, Chikako. All right, Chikako. The very first time we heard, we saw you and we heard you was in our Singapore Expo, Singapore Expo, and when you are one of the panelists, everybody was at awe of your sharing. Everybody said, wow, when she comes and she trains, we all want to hear her, what she has to teach us and all that. So, I'm so glad that we can get you online today, and thank you so much for joining us. Chikako, I shall start with the question for you, yeah? Let me say hello. Did you say hello to everybody first? Come.
Hi guys, welcome to the call.
We are so excited to have you. How's our baby angel? How's our baby angel doing? I miss him.
He just started to work. Actually, he just started to work.
Oh, fantastic!
Yes.
So now, Chikako, in a nation and a culture where men are seen as superior leaders and women are thought to be conservative and docile, how did you become such a woman of power and influence in the business world?
Well, it's a really great question. But first of all, let me start with this. hasn't this call been so fantastic? I love it. Being able to see all the diamonds above from all over the world. I mean, how many of you in front of a computer or in front of the phone already excited and inspired and ready to work? This is what great training call is all about, I believe. So if you like it, be in Expo 8. Get the ticket right now if you haven't. If you haven't, actually, shame on you. You have to have it already by now. And this is the small example of how Expo 8 will be. So be there. I'll see you. Okay, it's gonna be happening all over the countries this year. So great, and congratulations, Wan Chi, for organizing this. This is really life changing. Thank you so much, and amazing leaders. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So answering your question, this is really important for you guys to know this. This network marketing business, I consider it to be also a character building business. You really learn and develop your personality and skills working on this business. So I want you to learn from calls like this and hearing from all leaders, start from mindset. So this is what I'm going to talk about today. So instead of letting the outside circumstance be inside of you, let your inside come outside. So don't worry about society has created for who you should be, but you define yourself who you will be, and that's how you control your destiny. And if you don't control your destiny, others will for you, and you don't want that, and that plan is not for you. So as long as you believe in what you believe in, you are right. You become who you believe in, who you are. So if you feel, or the woman, if you feel you are inferior, you are right. Or the woman, if you are fantastic, amazing, skilled, you're going to be successful, and you are right. Whatever you believe in, that's what you're going to believe in. That's who you're going to be. So let me tell you one story about myself. I became diamond when I was pregnant. So when you are working in your business, and you become pregnant, how do you feel? Oh my gosh, it's gonna be hard. And then you call your upline and say, excuse me, thank you for working with me, but I have to let you know I'm pregnant now. So let me take a few months off. Leaders, have you ever gotten this type of phone call? Yes, you have. I remember dozens of phone calls like this in my past. You know what? If you believe in you can't build when you're pregnant, you're right. If you believe in you can, you're right also. Which type of belief system you want to have and you should have in order for you to make your dreams come true? It's an obvious question. So when I became pregnant, guess what happened? I love my family. I love my down team members, but all of them told me, stop working because now you're a diamond. You don't have to work so hard. You are wrong because you're a diamond. You have a lot more people to help. Now is the time to push. You know what I mean? If you have children, you know how hard to push. So instead of slowing down, I speeded up when I became pregnant. And you know what? It's not easy, but it's possible. And if you feel doing things for business is hard, and you feel you are sometimes tired, welcome to the world of business people. That's how you get what you want. And here's what I learned from my mentor and also from my past experience. When you do what others don't, you get what others don't. That's how it's gonna be. So again, as long as you believe in what you believe in, you're right. and you become who you believe in, who you are. And as a result, you see what happened. I was able to qualify for Diamond Discover. So I was able to take 6-month-old baby boy to Switzerland to spend time with millionaires, mega millionaires. What type of success education that would be? And it was fantastic. If I didn't push when I became pregnant, I would have never had a chance to take our son to go to Switzerland, of course, with my husband, spend the family time and spend time with friends. And also, he got his first gold medal.
Wow. Wow.
You see, Jeunesse?
Yeah.
This is amazing. This is actually Wendy and Randy and Scott had it prepared for us in Switzerland. You know, in Switzerland we have, isn't this cool? I mean, who would ever have a chance to get the gold medal in your life? And my son had it at the age of 6 months old.
Amazing.
And that is fantastic.
That's
in Switzerland, there's a world headquarters for, isn't that?
Yeah.
In Olympics. So this is cool thing. And then those type of incentive trips, you definitely want to shoot for it. In order to get it, you gotta become emerald and shoot for diamond, and you have all kinds of amazing rewards. So that's what I love about Jeunesse. They give you a lot of trips. So this is my answer to your question, if that makes sense. If you change, your world will change.
Power of belief. Yeah, you are really a person with a great belief of what you can do than what you cannot do. Yeah. All right. So how do you inspire others to step out of their comfort zone to do the same?
Yes, that's also another very good question. I would like to share with you 3 questions that you ask yourself. And I ask these questions every night before going to bed. What do you want? How bad do you want? And who are you fighting for? I want you to write it down. What do you want? How bad do you want it? And who are you fighting for? And only these 3 simple questions will change your life and also change how you take action starting today. I mean, anybody, anyone on this call, I believe that at least one person you so care about, and you would do anything for this person. You have one, and I have some. And that'll be my son. In the middle of the night, and I see him sleeping, and he has a bit cute baby, chubby fat, and I squeeze him, hug him, kisses him, and I almost in tears, and I would do anything for my baby boy. So think about that person every night and ask yourself, what do you want? How bad do you want it?
And who are you fighting for?
Exactly.
Right. That's from Chicago. We all remember that. Yeah.
Thank you. I say this every time because it is so important. Awesome. This is what
you remember that, Chicago. You said that the last time you came to Singapore too. We always remember that. Yes. And then, what advice would you give the leaders who want to build Jeunesse Japan market, whether through Japanese leaders locally or in the country or through leaders in Japan?
That's a good question too. By the way, Japan is a really good country to build. And also for many of you being in Singapore, it's close. And also a lot of Japanese people are immigrating into Singapore. So you will be able to build Japan market not leaving Singapore. That's what I believe. So you have a great opportunity just being where you are. So also a good strategy that I can share with you. It's a very good question to ask everybody you meet. So write this down. Ask who do you know in Japan who is a go-getter and goal-oriented and business-minded? Who do you know in Japan who is a go-getter, goal-oriented, and business-minded? And also, by the way, you may be interested also. So you ask this question to everybody you meet, and then you will start to run into people. I know somebody like that. And or people might say, wait a minute, that sounds like me. So either way, you have another prospect. So ask this question, everybody you meet. It doesn't have to, the person doesn't have to be Japanese person. You just ask around and it drives through the person you meet. And as a matter of fact, you already have team members. So starting tonight, make phone calls. Hey, who do you know in Japan who is the go-getter, goal-oriented, and business-minded? And let me talk to that person. So ask everybody in your down team members. And then once you're done with it, and ask anybody around you, okay? And also, second thing I would recommend is start going to Japanese restaurants. And what I do till this day is I go to different restaurants every day. You know, people are creature of habits. So you keep going back to the same restaurant that you have your favorite menu, right? But I don't recommend that. Always, shoot for variety and then look for meeting new people and discover different places. And then your circumstances will start to change and things start to move. And it's really so true. So don't become a habit of simple, boring habit. Don't do that. Don't become a creature of simple, boring habit. That's what I believe. So always shoot for going to expanding market, expanding the area of your action. Okay. And also, if you have any leaders in Japan, or if you know anybody who has a center of influence in Japan, I would really consider is utilize Jeunesse Japan Salon. It's an amazing building. We have a city called Shinjuku in Tokyo, and that's like a Salt Lake City for network marketing. It's a center of network marketing, and all kinds of business is centered in that city. So it's really, really high status to be able to say, hey, my Jeunesse salon is the city called Shinjuku. It's a very high status. And that alone will inspire your leaders to be able to, let me take a look. So, and what I do always is have them go to Jeunesse salon and get them introduced to the GM and get them introduced to also a lot of product. They can try it right there, just like a salon in Singapore. So those three things I recommend. And again, the first question I share with you, it's really important. I know quite a few people had able to build an international business empire off of one question. So that'll be my answer. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Yes, who do you know is a go-getter, who is a goal-orientated and a business-minded. And now the team should be going to Little India now, everybody, all right? Because we are opening in India right now. So we have to go and speak to a lot of people and ask them, who do you know in India, all right? Yes.
Exactly.
So one last question for you, Chikako. What do you feel makes a good network marketing leader?
Okay, that's a really good question. Also, when the speed of the leader is the speed of the team. That's what I really believe. So you have to always be taking massive action. Just like Juan Carlos said, not 90%, 100%, even better yet, 200%. So take massive action, and your speed is high, your team will grow faster because everybody is following your speed. That's one thing. And also simply care about others. That's so important. And care about others and care about other people's why. That's second. And number 3, servant leaders. be a servant leader, always giving, giving, giving. When you give, what you want will come back to you later. Those are 3 things I would like to point out. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chicago. Yes, the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. All right, take massive action, you know, and always care about others, and be a servant leader. All right. So, you know, thank you so much for spending time with us. And yes, the team is so excited. Everybody say they are starstruck. All the superstars on tonight's call. All right. So thank you, and I shall move on to right now. Okay. Thank you, Chicago-san. Okay. Hope to see you soon. Visit. All right. Thank you. Good night. For us, it's good night. For you, it's good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Okay. So let me bring up our next guest speakers. All right. We are so excited to have Stefania Lagato, a beautiful lady. All right. Shine bright like a diamond. We all watch your talk, you know, and we're so inspired by the videos, by your trainings, and we really have not had the opportunity to personally meet you and hear you speak in person. So we are so happy and grateful that you can make it to the call tonight. Stefania, welcome.
Thank you so much. I am so grateful. It came as a surprise, and my goodness, I've learned already so much from all these diamonds, and the best part is that I agree with everything they say 100%. Now it's no need for me to repeat.
Yeah. Okay, we will have things that we will bring. So we did this recording so that you guys can send this to your team members as well, so that they can hear from all the international diamonds. So let me start with the first question I'd like to ask you. Who actually introduced you into the network marketing industry, and why did you say yes?
Okay, so actually I was more introduced about the product. I also started in another company, and this person spoke to me a lot about the product. I became a raging fan of the product, and then, you know, naturally, if I love something, I share it, right? And one morning when I was at Pilates, I began to share the product, and I called up the friend that sold it to me. I said, hey, we need 12 pieces of that. And she's like, what? You didn't even sign up and you're already selling. I'm like, no. I just love it and I share it. You know, I do this all the time. And she's like, you have to do it. But imagine, I was so skeptical and so negative about network marketing that I did not sign up. I told her, I will help you in your position. We can work together, and whatever money and whatever people I send, I will give them to you. But there is no way I'm starting this pyramids, you know, that was my first approach.
Really?
And obviously, yes, very negative.
Oh.
Also because when I was a kid, I knew a few people that started some companies and they didn't succeed, and so that was my mindset. And then my life changed overnight. In that moment in my life, I also didn't need to work. I was a full-time mom. I had 3 kids, and my job were the children, and I didn't need to work. My husband was my high school sweetheart. We grew up together, and he always told me, I work and you take care of the kids. And instead, all of a sudden, in that point of my life, I needed money. And because with a friend, I saw that somehow we were making a little bit of money, I thought, you know what, let me start this seriously. And I looked to whom to really sign up and start this in a great way. And then I signed up with Daniel Fire and Calvin, obviously, who I thought they were the best leaders in the company in that moment. And I thought, okay, I'm really gonna do this now seriously. And together also, I have to say, with Eric Worre coaching, you know, that's how I started everything right away. And I started to build. And then, it took off, and it was amazing, just incredible.
Thank you, awesome. So up until network marketing, you had never worked a day in your life, right? At the beginning, there must be many naysayers, you know. So who were your greatest inspiration, and the motivation, and the people that you constantly listen to? Okay, give you the encouragement and the confidence to believe in yourself. Who are the people behind that?
Okay, so obviously what really, you know, was really hard for me was because I was just a mom. The approach I had on people was oh, come on, I'm going to start this new project. And it didn't work. So I honestly did what I always did. I built on the product. I made people crazy for the product. And then I told them, hey, guess what? If you share it, you can make some money. And you can have the product for free. And then they began to see that it worked. And of course, with some people, I spoke also about the business, but I had to build first my credibility. But I'm so grateful I built that way, because today we have constant volume in our team because we put the product first. I believe the business is just a consequence to what the product is. So you have this stable income that grows every month because people keep on using it and using it. And I always say, thank God it finishes quickly. I don't know you guys, I'm like 3 serums a month, right? So, and that's what I duplicate in my team. Like, guess what? And if you share the serums, you get for free. And so this is how I began. And obviously, having my uplines who inspired me about the business. You know, I'm a woman, but I listen to the man about the business. And then I duplicate that. I love to empower people into really believing themselves, because I didn't believe in myself at all. You see, when a woman, I think when you get a divorce, we women, we are made to have a family. I believe that we are made to marry. Since I was a little girl, I watched Cinderella, and I thought I had my life, not only my family, but my home, my everything you can imagine, even my clothes, everything. Which is good though, because now I can shop all over again, and I got new things, you know. So it's good. But honestly, it was really, really, really hard. So my self-esteem was this big. And I realized that if my self-esteem stayed this big, I wouldn't get anywhere. Because if I didn't believe in myself, how could I make people believe in me and in the business and to enroll in me? So I had to do like a mental click and say, you know what? I don't care what my father says, and I don't care what my girlfriends told me what you're going to do now. I'm going to take action now. Because if I stay where I am, nothing will happen. If I keep on crying and stay in bed and feel sorry for myself, nothing will happen. I'm going to go out there and make my problem the thing that pushed me. Because many times people see the glory, but they don't know the story. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, and people don't understand that many times people that go through hard things are the ones that really push and that succeed. And this is what I look back now, I am so grateful my ex-husband didn't give me any money. Because probably if I would have gotten every money I check, I wouldn't push that hard. But when I looked at my kids and I had no money and I had 3 kids to feed, and of course my family wouldn't let me starve, but still they would throw at my face every 2 minutes. And you know, I was 37 years old. Do you really want your father to buy grocery for you all the time? And, you know, and I had to go and do my highlights and, you know, say, no, you cannot do that. I'm like, no. I need to be independent here. I don't want to depend on any man anymore. I ended up falling in love with my upline. Okay, but that's a whole different story. It's okay. But honestly, for me, it was important to make it on my own for me and my kids. Then very grateful for Daniel, very grateful for Calvin and everything. But it really, my bigger trigger were my kids. They were like the inspiration. They didn't want me to stop in that moment.
That's right. Yeah, we all at the place where, you know, someone believed in us, you know, and that's what, you know, matters most.
Yeah. They always believed in me. I have to say. I think Calvin has a gift of recognizing some talents. I needed to believe in myself, you know, and this is why it's so important. I know we hear this all the time, but people need to understand this is so important. If you make a meeting and you are like insecure and you don't believe in the company, you don't believe in the product, how can people, you know, trust you? You know what people tell me when I make a meeting? And I did a one-to-one with a neighbor yesterday, and it's very hard to start with somebody from really zero who has no idea about network marketing. And she told me, you know what? Still hard for me to understand this, but your eyes are glittering when you talk about Jeunesse. And this is what makes you successful. It's your total belief in the product, in the company, in the leadership, and in the network marketing system. If you doubt it like I did in the beginning, yeah, the product will work, but you don't.
Yeah. So, all the listeners, can you just see the traits in all the diamonds? Look at that, the fiery, the belief, the solidness. That's how it is, guys, but then it just opened. When we build our belief. That's why I say being at the event is so important, because when you see every sharing that's taking place, and I believe that will grow our belief strongly. Now, tell us, why you believe women or moms are in general are the best networkers.
We are, first of all, we can do more than one thing at a time, okay? Guys, very little they can. We can be, girls, come on. I was building the business with my headphones in my ears, and I would be cooking, I would be ironing, I would put, even like while I'm on the phone and ironing, I would put pause and tell my kids, go now, brush your teeth, go to bed. And the person, especially Italians, blah, 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 they would talk. I'm like, yeah. And then I'm going, and then I would go back and do this and do this and do this. In the meantime, I can hear what the person is saying. Right? So we're perfect for that. We can be moms. We can be at home with our kids. We can see them grow up. We can, we naturally love to share. Women, we love to help. We are caring. We are sharing. And once you understand that you are giving a gift to people when you talk about these products, or when you talk about the opportunity, then we do that naturally. I do that all the time when I'm at the park with the kids, when I'm at the grocery. And you can really fit network marketing in the mindset. That's why, at least in the United States, I would say, I'm not sure about the numbers now, but 82% of the women that make more than $100,000 a year is in network marketing, because it just fits us perfectly. And also, I don't want to be a feminist here, but we women can have the same chance and opportunity to be paid as men. And it's no, yeah. Even more, right? Even more.
Yeah. That was a good one, Stephania, because you know what? My husband, he's a pilot, airline pilot, and it took him 17 years to become.
And it's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing, and come on top of it, come on, Jeunesse is about looking good. Sorry, I cannot hear you.
Yeah.
It fits us. Jeunesse, looking good, feeling younger, amazing. I mean, they couldn't, when our company was bought by Jeunesse, the first thing I thought was, thank you, Lord. They couldn't choose a better company to buy my team, because I duplicate women more or less of my age, and this is an anti-aging company. I know when we have all these young, successful people, and it's great, but my chicks are using the products like crazy, okay? And we are hooked and in love, and it's great, and that's what I love about it. What else I would say? Yeah, sorry?
Yeah. So one last question for you, Stephania. You have been in network marketing for a relative short number of years. What do you feel has been the best 3 lessons?
I think to buy, it's really late, the internet.
Okay, is it lagging? Hold on. I'll try again. You have been in the network marketing business for a short number of years. So what do you feel has been the best 3 lessons you have learned, which you have applied to your business and made it so successful? 3 lessons that you have learned.
Yeah. Well, we heard them before, so I'm going to look for some more, because the thing that I wanted to say is help others and put your team first and love people, because this is what I love. I love to work with my heart. But another thing that I can think of is also to never, ever quit, ever. And I can tell you that I looked through my pictures where 3.5 years ago I was in a convention. And first of all, very important, like you guys said, conventions are so fundamental. Also for me, I wanted to quit. And because I went to a convention where I was alone with no team, and I realized, no, this is the business of my life, and I changed my life. So very, very important. And we already said that Expo, we have to go there 1,000,000%, okay? But the second thing was that, of course, then the second time, I brought with me 11 people to the next big convention, company convention. And I look at the picture, and I have it, I prove it, I show it at meetings of that picture where I was at that convention in Berlin 3.5 years ago. And I'm there, and I look at the picture, and of 11 people, Calvin, you're also in the picture, by the way, of only 11 people that are my guests, Calvin, I'm not counting, but 11 people, 6 quit, right? For different reasons.
All right.
The 5 that remained are Sapphire that gets paid on an emerald 30%. So she makes really good money, at least $10,000, $12,000. And she's like doing 50 cycles, right? Yeah. Sapphire Elite, paid Elite nearly every month, Ruby going emerald and emerald. Like what I'm trying to say is, look at that picture. The people that stayed are all successful. Even the Sapphire is making a lot of money. So, you know, stay. What you've got to lose, it's one product a month. I think you should buy more because they're all amazing, but you really like can't. One product a month, meantime, stay in the business, learn the skills, you know, exactly like Juan Carlos said, you know, coach yourself, go, grow, learn, you know, listen to the best trainer, listen to the diamonds, come to the conventions, and you will have your breakthrough. It's mathematical. Just have to go and do it. Second thing, and I know we said it, but network. It says work. You need to work. You need work ethics. You need to hustle, like Kevin said. You need to really go and do it. And don't spend, you know, working doesn't mean looking on Facebook what your downline is doing. Working doesn't mean, you know, just posting product pictures. Working means make your list, call the people and follow up and enroll them and help the others do the same. Duplicate your team with simplicity, with love, with care. And that was my other point, you know, like put your team first. My team knows that I'm there for them and that I really care for them. Do you know the night that I went diamond, I was more concerned about my Ruby and Elite than my own diamond. I mean, it was more Daniel and Calvin checking out my cycles than me, because I was so focused on making them successful. And that's what you need to put your team first, and that will never break that bond. You know, it's beautiful. It's family. It's helping each other until the end. It's priceless.
Awesome. Stefania, everybody's on fire right now. Everybody texting me and say, oh my God, this is so good. You know, you've been inspiring so many of the ladies that they have been texting me privately here and also on the chat as well. You are really setting everybody on fire. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. You know, we are so excited to have you.
Thank you so much. And girls, in just 4 years, because it's not 3 anymore, it's 4 years now, your life can totally change. So if I could do it, anybody can do it. Because I never did network marketing. I never heard about network marketing. So anyone can do it. Trust me. All I did was to follow the 8 steps of Jeunesse and keep it simple.
Amazing. Thank you. You really, you know, set them on fire. You really built up their belief. It's great. And thank you for all your passion. You know, you're such a passionate person, and we are so happy to have you. Thank you so much. Okay, but last but not least, our very own Singapore Diamond. All right. So this is my brother by Winston Yap, and let me get him. All right, hold on. And you know, you guys have to hear from Winston as well. Winston is someone who has no experience whatsoever in network marketing, and yet in 18 months he made it to diamond. In 18 months, all right. So I've got so much to share with you guys as well. Let me get Winston online. All right, hold on. Let me grab him. Where are you, Winston? Let me check. Where is it? Jen, where's Winston? I don't see him on the. Let me grab, wait, hold on. Winston, all right, where are you? Okay, I got it. Okay, Wayne, let's get you on your video. Okay, hi, Wayne, very good evening.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Okay.
Hi, Wanchi.
Our very young-looking diamond, huh? You see, when you look at him, the first time me and Daphne went to speak to Winston, we really thought he's just a student, you know. All right, you know, Winston, you know, you were previously a realtor turned traditional business owner, and now a professional network marketer. Okay, what is the best advice would you give to someone on why network marketing is the better way compared to self-employment and traditional business ownership?
I think for my answer, it's more like a question than an answer for me. I mean, where else in the world can I build a global e-commerce business in more than 140 countries with practically almost zero overheads like stock stuff, office, rental, website. Yet at the same time, by helping others to succeed, you can achieve like not just financial freedom. It's not even like buying a property and getting a rental of like $3,000. I mean, Singapore, I was a property agent. I was doing real estate previously, like Kevin, right? I mean, you invest a $2 million fully paid house, your rental is only like $3,000. You know, to do what Jeunesse could do. I mean, that's like owning how many millions of dollars of properties, you know? So to me, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. So if you ask any business owner, how can you build a business globally without investing a single cent in infrastructure and having office rental and zero staff and can get 6 figures a month? And most business owners had to work to get 6 figures a month.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you get 6 figures a month without working? That's mind blowing.
Yep. Yeah. Awesome. You look like such a. Is it breaking? Can you hear me, Winston? You okay? Yeah. So you look like such a young man, and the average age of most Jeunesse Diamond directors, especially in Asia, is between 40 to 60. So while you achieve it at 36 years old, all right, and after 18 months of building the business. So what do you think has made you so successful?
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yep, okay.
Right, awesome. Well, I'm a father of 3 daughters. So, I love my kids very much. I used to be in real estate, so I had no time for them. My viewings are usually in the evening and on the weekends. So what happened was I was thank Wanchi, I must thank Daphne and Irene. Jeunesse, I think. 3 of you. My level 1, Irene, my level 2, Daphne, and I'm Wanchi's level 3. So in between Wanchi is Irene and Daphne, the 3 ladies of my life.
This is breaking, huh?
Kept pushing me to go for Expo 4. I didn't want to go. I had to go to, and Jen said, you cannot go alone, not to Thailand. So, not to Thailand alone. I had to get my aunt to accompany me to go to Thailand, Pattaya for the expo. So, but I suppose there are a few reasons why I did Jeunesse. I think at some point in life, you got to believe in something. I always believe that you got to believe in something seemingly impossible. I think for most people to be financially free, I think a lot of people don't really think it's possible. But I think at some point in their life, it's always good to believe in something seemingly impossible and to challenge yourself. So I believe when I went to Expo, I told myself, I believe financial freedom is possible. When I first saw Jeunesse at Expo 4, right? So I decided to give up my training business. I was just starting my real estate training company for a year, and which means if I give up my training, that would be zero income. Zero income for me, with no idea how network marketing exactly works. I had I think at the time, Wanchi, what were you? You were like Elite or Ruby or something like that?
No. At that time, I was a Ruby. I think I got my Ruby. I just got my Ruby when you joined us.
Yeah. You just got your Ruby, yeah. So I started on my own. I think Wanchi came to my talk. Yeah. I did something like I regurgitated the company presentation and turned it into my own presentation and turned it into something called Viral Wealth or something like that. Yeah. And so I decided to go, which means zero income, right? So I had no choice but to make it work because I had to stop my training business. Plus, well, I must thank GN because my wife said that if I didn't hit 5 figures a month, I got to quit this thing called Jeunesse and find something else to do. So there was a burner. I was set on fire, my ass was on fire. So I got to, and I told myself, I cannot let go of this opportunity. So if you guys really want to succeed at this and in business, you got to hold it with your heart and not let it go. I think that's very important. You know, you got to know that this means everything to you. And so it means something to me, and I had to make it work, you know. And I didn't want to prove my wife wrong. I want to prove her right that it's possible. So after that, I went back and I got to work. I got back to hustle, right? And I told myself, you got to crush it or you're going to get crushed. So I had to crush it. So 6 months I had, I remember I was building and I didn't know about there was left and right. You know, I didn't know there was left. I wasn't aware that people could throw down under me. So I practically built with, I think no one throwing anything down on both sides. So and that wasn't in my head at all when I first started. You know, it was only later on when I was building my business and people start telling me, oh, there's no people putting below me, you know, and that's why I'm not succeeding. But when I first started, I didn't, that wasn't in my mind. I just wanted to, you know, I went there and I saw the possibility. I saw Paul, who became Diamond, you know, at Expo 4, the Thai boy. And I told myself, he could do it. Why can't I do it? I mean, Thailand, you know, Thailand, it's not, people there don't have the money to buy these products, you know, as compared to Singapore. So I told myself, I've got to, so I got to work night after night. And one chick came for my presentation. She knew I was working, I was hustling night after night after night after night. And after 6 months, I hit Ruby. And then night after night and night, you know, I didn't go, I believe in this thing. I believe that if you want to go after something, you cannot stop. You cannot stop. I don't believe in slow and steady. I don't believe in, you know, pace yourself. I believe in, if you want something, you cannot stop until you get it. You know, and I believe in that a lot. And that's how I succeeded even in real estate as well. My first month as a real estate agent, I had no experience, but I hit 6-figure in my first month. And so I know, like, you need this kind of work ethic. So that's my reason.
You are really on fire, you know, at that time, and then you don't really want to learn from us too, you know. When we tell you don't do this, don't do that, no, I can't. No. So, but you're awesome, you know. But in 18 months you made it. 18 months, you're so proud of you. You really, go getter. You can
wait, you know, I recruited I give it away.
Yeah, that's right. And he was giving away his sponsorship, and we have to tell him, you can't do that. He said, no, I have too many people, I can't manage them. So you give away sponsorship, you know. All right, but we learn from there, right? So you know, now your Jeunesse business is now in 50 over countries globally, of which the Greater China region, like Hong Kong, China, Macau, and Taiwan. And after your own home country, Singapore, is the next largest. So what do you feel is the key to building these regions?
I think after doing this for about three years now, you know, and I must thank God, because frankly speaking, I never knew the business could expand to so many countries. I never would have thought, all right? And I never would have crossed my mind that my next biggest thing would be from Hong Kong and China, you know. Never would have thought, all right? Because I didn't even know anyone in these countries. I didn't even go to all these countries. It's just the people that we recommend in Singapore, and somehow, they went over there. And actually, I think the key, as what I heard from many network marketers, is that if you want to build in another country, I think it's just about finding the right leaders. It's all about finding the right people. Because if you don't have the right people there, it's very tough. But it's very tough for you can't always go back and fly there, you know, to help the person. But you can, because you really want to help them. But really the one that caused the explosion is really finding someone who really had a leadership quality and really saw this business and really want to build it. It's just finding the right person. And I just want to congratulate my team, and I'm very blessed. I want to thank my team. I mean, my team in Hong Kong, you know, it's because the right leader was being found, and that's why the business was able to grow there. So I think that if they hadn't found the right leader, I think it wouldn't have exploded so fast.
Yes. Irene and
in those countries. So I think it's always, yeah.
Yeah, we are very proud of you, Anna.
Just finding people who have the right leadership.
Yeah, all right. So what continues to motivate you every day and to do what you do?
I mean, we are already all diamonds, right? So money is no longer an obstacle already. I mean, money is not an obstacle anymore. It's out of the picture, you know. So what I think we all want to do right now, or what I want to do right now, is to really help more people like us to become like us, especially those people, you know, who are still hoping out there. Those people who trust us out there. I mean, they trust us to come into this business. I mean, people that trust to come into this business because of what I share with them. And because of that trust, you know, I feel that a sense of responsibility to help these people out there to be able to achieve the kind of success that we have. I think that's the next kind of fulfillment. I mean, most of us, when we started this business, is always about us. How can we achieve the financial freedom, right? But once you have that over, I mean, you cannot not do anything. I mean, if you don't do anything, you feel useless. I mean, you don't feel a sense of achievement anymore. You don't feel any sense of fulfillment anymore. And it's as good as as good as not living. So for me, once you cross that, you really want to go to the next level. You want to find something that will get you a sense of achievement, another level that makes you feel a sense of fulfillment, and helping the people in your team is just, you know, that's what is the most fulfilling. Seeing them, you know, going up to the next level, seeing them on stage, seeing their lives change. I mean, that is mind blowing. That is really mind blowing. I mean, in traditional business, this thing doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, in real estate, we never say things of like, oh, we're going to make a difference in people's lives. I mean, this. So what drives me every day right now is really all the people out there that trust us. All the people out there that put their heart, put their trust in us.
And our love for them, yeah. All right, so I wish I could have more time with all of you, but I will cut short to the last two questions, which I want every diamonds to answer as well. Okay, just last two questions, very simply. What is your top 3 recruitment method? All right, and then the other one, I'll leave it to one more question. Okay, so I will ask everyone before we close the meeting tonight. What's your top 3 recruiting method?
Okay, one is I can't recruit anybody and everybody. I talk to, I take people. It's so easy. It's I mean, you just need to talk to them, and they'll definitely 100% ask you, what do you do?
Okay.
So what do you say? You know, I just say, well, I follow Big L. Big L shared something, and so I use the script, and 100% works all the time. I just say, well, I show and help people who are IT idiot like my mom, because my mom is doing Jeunesse too. So IT idiot like my mom to build a global business around the world, so they can have the freedom to work when they want, where they want. And then after that, they'll start asking me, curious, like, how do you do that? I said, look, you know, I don't have much time to share with you because, you know, I'm going to reach my destination soon on Uber. So this, what's your number? Key in the number of my phone. So just key in it. And then after that, I'll text them, say, you know, because I'm speaking, right? So I'm conducting a talk on this time and this time. And you can come and, you know, listen, and I'll teach you how.
Awesome. Yeah.
So that's one method that I use all the time.
All right. Okay. All right. So one more last question for you before I move on to the rest of the leaders. You know, how important is authorship, and do you use it as a particular strategy for your team with this concept?
I think authorship is we educate authorship. I think all of us educate that right from the start during our orientation, so-called distributor orientation training, and to help them see the value of the authorship as well. So I think one of the big method is you know, every year we definitely have new product launch, right?
Yep.
So to buy the new product launch, you know, since it's a new product you're going to try, right? Instead of buying it more under your own account, why don't you put it into your auto ship? You know, so you get to try the new product, but at the same time, if you do 6-month auto ship of the new product, you get a free serum. So I usually use that as one of the strategy to be used.
Okay. Yep. All right. So thank you so much, Winston. All right. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Okay. We surely have learned so much from all of you. I would like to move on to my next 2 questions to the rest of the diamonds as well. So let me get Juan first, because I noticed that Calvin probably said step out. Calvin is back. Okay. Let's go back to Calvin first. All right. Hi, Cal.
Hey.
All right. So, you know, what is the top 3 recruiting methods for yourself, and how do you teach it to your team? Your top 3 recruiting methods.
Okay. First of all, great day. I took tons of notes from all of you guys. It's incredible. So the top 3, I guess, recruiting methods for my team. I don't really want to teach people, methods that aren't working for them. Whatever you're doing right now that's working, keep doing it. Okay. We're just giving our advice. We're sharing our own stories, which is great. But for me, it's just all comes down to common sense. Okay. The first recruiting method for me is just, it's my goal every day since I've been involved in this business 10 years ago. Since my 5th day was over in network marketing and I was through my warm market, all of my close people, my close contacts, my business has been about going out there and just making new friends, meeting new people. You know, when someone invites me to a barbecue, I go. When someone invites me to a birthday party or out to dinner or just to come out, hang out, I go, because I want to meet new people. I want to meet their friends. I want to meet their family. It's a goal of mine just to meet new people. So for me, recruiting is not about specifically targeting certain people, like going online and doing all these things. It's just about putting myself out there, getting involved in the community, meeting new people, making new that I recruit. I don't know who the next person who will be in my business is, but I do know I'm going to meet many more people. Okay, that's just simple, just like all of us.
Yeah.
That's my first way. The second way is just building my brand. Building my brand because of all the hard work that I've put into my business from the beginning when nobody knew who I was. Today, because of what I've accomplished, people know who I am. People know that I'm a network marketing professional. The fact that I get to go speak on stages around the world for industry events is incredible. But building my brand is important. So when I'm on Facebook or when I'm on Instagram or when I'm on doing a Facebook Live or when I'm promoting my own website or whatever it is, I'm just trying to build my brand because I want to attract people to what it is we do. I want to attract people to the lifestyle that we've created. I want to attract people to what could be, to the possibilities. I want people to know that just like you, I'm a normal person too. When you talk about us being humble, it's because I don't forget where I came from. I don't forget where I started, right? So I never have changed the person I was from the beginning till today. And that's what attracts people. And now that they've seen my journey or they see the lifestyle, on Facebook, I'm not just showing the amount of money I make in my cars and my houses. I'm showing the balance I have because of this business, I'm showing my 3 little girls, my son. I'm showing me and my wife. I'm showing myself traveling the world. I'm showing myself speaking at events, empowering people. I'm showing off my team and the successful people. I'm building my brand, and it's attracting people. Just another way to recruit, just another recruiting tool once you earn the opportunity to do that. And then the third one is just getting customers, because that's easy. I love the product because looking for people after meeting them, and I'm always looking to identify a product in our youth enhancement system that fits their lifestyle or that serves a certain purpose for that person. And I'm always willing to pick up the phone and say, hey, I remember you told me this, or hey, I was thinking about you. A friend of mine shared a product with me, or I just recently, learned more about this product my company offers that I think would fit your lifestyle or would be a solution to what we were talking about the other night. Would you mind if I came and shared it with you? I'd love for it if it worked for you to share your story with me, because I think that would help us both, with my business and you solving your problem or whatever it is. But the third way is always with customers. I can get customers all day long. Every month, that's not hard for me to get an extra 15, 20 customers, So it's taken me a long time to understand that, but now I realize that that's a powerful part of my business.
All right. So thank you. So how important is auto ship, and how do you use a particular strategy for your team with this concept? Actually, the question comes.
that's a very familiar question.
Yeah, but I'll get the rest for you as well.
Okay, cool. Well, auto ship is the lifeblood of our business. I think not just auto ship, but people falling in love with our products, because if they fall in love with our products, they're going to want to take them. So, when Stefania talked about how important it was for her at the beginning, just to believe in the products and start sharing it with people. And when they believe in them, they're going to take them forever. And then you can tell them, wow, by the way, there's a business too. You can get it for free, earn some additional income, whatever you want to do with it by sharing that product you believe in. It's important. But auto ship's important because when you can really, when I get people started in my business, of course, I like attracting people with the business, and I can get customers because of the products. But as soon as people are in this thing for the business, it's very important for me each month to do a product training, because that's not what I spend my time doing at a one-on-one. That's not what I spend my time doing at a presentation, because it's too much information. But once a month, I like doing a product to be able to give a presentation on the product, how it works, how to use it, and it really educates people, and it empowers them to start using those products now that they didn't even understand before. Maintains our customers and our distributors. It helps them order more product. But that's the lifeblood. I mean, that's where the residual income part of this business comes in. If there's no auto ship in your business, if there's no
Are we okay here? Did y'all miss out for a while? Thank God, managed to reinstall again. Some technical fault there. Thanks, Calvin. Thank you. We heard you just now talking about your auto ship. Can you hear? Calvin? Let me see. Can you let's see, where are you? Okay. All right, hold on. Let me unmute you, okay? Give me a minute. Where are you? I can't see. Calvin is through.
Right now, we're waiting for Juan Chi to get on. I haven't practiced my stand-up comedy routine for you guys.
You guys can hear.
But hey. Okay, share more. Okay. There we go. There's Juan Chi. I was about to share more with you guys. I'm sorry. Next time.
Yeah.
There we go, Juan Chi.
Right,
these people.
Thank you. I had
it's all good.
A call out earlier on, from my Zoom. Were you guys on just now? Were you guys on? Yeah, that's great. All right. So
yep, everybody was on. I shared 4 or 5 jokes, got these people laughing, and now we'll go.
I don't know what happened to my computer. All right. All right, great. I will check out the recording later on.
It's okay.
Yeah, thank you so much, Cal. Thank you so much. And let's move on to Juan Carlos right now. Hi, Juan. Hello, Juan. Are you there?
Hello, Wendy.
Hello. So, brother,
yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Recruiting method then.
So the 3 methods for me, it's like making friends every day. Making friends is very important, and in order to make friends, you have to be focused on others before focus on you. I mean, 85 other people, talk about them, edify them, ask questions about the children, connection. It's very important for me. Connection. It's so important, and people. Another thing is to be the example. People will see you. Even the people who is telling you no, because people is so scared telling me, Juan Carlos, everybody already told me no. How can I recruit new people? How can I find new people? And I say, my friend, just become a new person. And the people who told you no, they will tell you yes, because you're a new person. Because be the example. This is to be the example. If you are the example, and the number 3 is smile, and have fun. When people see having fun, see you having fun, they want to do what you are doing. So it's a very easy way to recruit people. People ask you, people will follow you, people will, will catch you, please tell me what you are doing because I want to do what you are doing because you are having such an incredible fun. So smile and have fun. That's important.
That's right. So how about the authorship part, Juan? How do you feel? Authorship for you guys?
So authorship, it's most important part of having a residual income. If you don't have authorship, you don't have really business. It's all about authorship. And one of the keys of authorship is to teach that in the very beginning. When you're signing at people, do not be afraid to tell people, it's important to be an unconditional or conditional, whatever, authorship, and explain. Take your time to explain to him how important it is. And authorship, it's a matter of for your prospect to understand that this is a business. This is a new job. This is a business, and every single serious business has some kind of maintenance, some kind of money that you need to invest month after month after month. And usually it goes in telephone or in lights or in a room or whatever. But here, it was the product that you will use, you will consume. And that's very, very important. And it's very easy, in Jeunesse, it's the lowest authorship ever I have ever been. So it's very simple. It's very easy. It takes only one product or even two products. So that's simple. But the way you share that, the way you express how simple it is and how important it is, how serious it is the way the people will react, because everything is duplicatable. So you teach that right away in the very beginning, and you take your time to explain and to be very serious on telling him how important is the authorship. He will duplicate exactly the same thing. So if you're not very serious, or you're shy, say, okay, forget about the authorship. Let's talk about this later, and they will duplicate that, And when you want to go triple diamond, right now where I'm really having a little bit of struggles, but triple diamond requires a lot of authorships, And I say, my God, I should be more focused on authorships. So authorship is really the key.
Yeah,
so
10,000 authorship, isn't it? 10,000 authorship.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
right. Yeah,
right.
it's a lot. But it's good.
It's our lifeline. It is our lifeline, and also, the authorship. And it's so affordable for Jeunesse. Is really such an affordable authorship for us, incomparable to many.
It's so easy,
right?
It's so simple to do leadership. So simple.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Juan. It's been so great to have you. All right, so let me move on to Chicago right now. My Chicago-san. Hi, Chicago. Chicago. Hi, dear. Yeah, you can speak now.
Yes.
Chicago.
Right.
So what is the top 3 prospecting methods, that you can teach the people here?
Yeah, it's a great question, and thank you so much, everyone, for sharing. I'm really learning so much. Well, in my case, one would be driving the line. That's a great concept to leverage your time and also the big team you have. And as a one person, you can meet and do so much. But if you drive through the contacts of people in your team, it's just so unlimited amount of possibility you have right in your hand. So I always keep driving through, and meet people, meet the friends of people who are in our team, and that friends and friends and friends. So driving the line is a very powerful concept. That's one. And also, not in that order, everything is important. All 3 are top, by the way. And another thing is, like I said earlier, always go to different places, keep changing your circle of being active. So going different places, and also I'm sure there are a lot of mothers on this call, and I'm sure some people have small babies. So bring your baby to the family next table in your restaurant, and then go say hi to their baby. and then have them play and communicate. And then at the meantime, you ask questions. Oh, how old is she? Oh, did she start to walk? And what does she like to eat? Oh, by the way, my name is Chikako. What's your name? And then we just really naturally start to make friends with no intention really try to push for business. Just like Juan Carlos said, make friends, be good to others and giving and be kind to others. And that's how you start to make friends. And my mentor used to always tell me, when you have millions of friends, millions of dollars will follow you, and your financial success is right there. So and literally in this business, you can make millions of friends. And you know, once you're great at this, that's how we became friends too in the beginning, right? So, and then number 3, and this is something I wanted to share with you. Gift of giving. So you always be kind to people, and then I'm sure in everyday life you have this situation that others are kind to you. I mean, others meaning completely strangers, you just met them type of thing. So like when you're in grocery store, you have one product you wanted to buy, and then right in front of you, you have this lady who has 20 products in the cart. So this lady, some kind to you, oh, you know what? You have just a little product to buy, so go right ahead. That's very kind, isn't it? But there's people like that. And then when that happens, this sort of things happens, I pull it out from my bag, my purse, and then say hi and thank you so much. This is a small gift in return. And then my name is Chikako, and then start to have a small conversation. And now everybody's wondering, what is it? Right? And this is a sample package of Instantly Ageless. Yes. This can be anything. If you are a big fan of Reserve or Mind, it can be that also. But I believe in this to be very, very good breaking product, especially for the women. Pockets in this bag that I buy from a dollar store. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You can spend very little to make one package. And I put a little this shiny shreds to make it pretty. And then put it in a little package like this and make it really pretty. And it is a sample package, but it's different. It looks different, right? And then when somebody get it from you, what do they say? Thank you. See, gift of giving. And then that's really start to have a beginning friendship and trusting relationships, gift of giving. So I believe in this. So it's been very, very successful. And the other day, this was a very kind lady. And I wasn't at the table in the restaurant at the time, but my husband and a baby was at the table. And this woman came by and got our baby $5. Here you go. Invest into your future. Interesting, but very kind, very unique. And then when I returned to the table, my baby is playing with the $5, and I was like, oh, what happened? And then my husband told me what happened, and which lady is that? And he pointed out, and I walk up to the lady and say, thank you so much. It was very kind of you. And I believe in thank you instead of no thank you. So we receive it and thank you. I think that's very sincere and genuine and sexy. So every time somebody offers you, receive it and say thank you and don't reject, okay? Yeah. And then she said, oh, no, it's okay. Your baby made my day. He's so cute. He reminds me of my son, she said. And she continued like this. My baby passed away a week ago. And my baby was 20 years old. So thank you, she said. And she hugged me, and I hugged her back. I'm not comfortable in English. English is very difficult for me, so I don't know any fancy word to express this. I didn't know what to say in the most kindest fashion, and I still don't know. But I hug her back tight, and I gave it to her. Thank you, I said, and we exchanged the phone numbers and started a good friendship, and we are staying in touch, and we are going to talk about what this can do for her. And it's going to be a process, in a process right now, but things like this happen every day in my business. I don't go home till all of these are gone. So it's been passed to the people who I don't know, who I just met. So this is a great way to expand your cold market, gift of giving. And then when you give, the world, it opens up for you. So that's another thing that I want you to do it. And then that'll be my answer, if that makes sense.
So much. Yeah, you know, it's all about building relationship with people, you know, people to people connection, you know. For us, for people to trust us, they have to like us, you know, and they have to, you know, and it's all about kindness and about love that we spread as well. So, you know, I mean, you guys are so amazing. You really give so generously from your heart, and however you does it, you know, there's just no secret at all. We are always out there to hope that, you know, people get this, grasp this, and then they make big changes in their life, and they can be where they want to be as well. And one last question for you, Chicago, regarding the ownership. How important it is, and how do you strategize that with your team?
Ownership is super important in your business. This is what makes your residual income, and also help your people believe in your product. And our Jeunesse product is so consumable. It's wonderful for business people like us, because in order to have a consistent result, you want to keep using. So ownership is like almost super necessary. So ownership is very important for your long-term residual success.
Yep.
And ownership has been benefiting us very, very much. And also how we can retain ownership comes down to this. And I teach my people to do exactly the same thing I do. Because of that, people always feeling pipeline. Even though you are first-time network marketer, you don't have any experience, anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. Anybody can do this, right?
Yep, definitely.
And we love to get. So because of this, and I put 5 in each bag, that means we can make 10 of this, right? From one box of instantly ageless.
That's right.
So if you are massively building business, which you are, I order a few every month, and some of the leaders do the same, and some people do one, and it all depends on how massively you want to use this. But people don't want to go ownership. People don't want to go off of ownership, because this has been working. So that's how we utilize ownership in relationship with this. Thank you.
And I like the fact that you say you will not go home until you give up all. So that is at least 5 people that you prospect in a day, you know, 5 new friends that you meet in a day. You know, that's really awesome. Thank you so much, Chikako-san. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, one last one from Stefania. All right, we have really taken much of our diamonds time, guys. You guys will never get this chance again. All right, I'm so glad. And I will just ask one last diamond right now, Stefania. Okay, let me unmute you right now. Can you come online? Try to unmute you. Hold on, is it jammed again? Can you guys hear me? Can you type, somebody? Let's see. Hold on. Where is it? Okay. Okay, Stefania, you okay? You online? Hi, dear.
Yes, I was talking. I didn't realize I wasn't unmuted.
All right. So I'm muted it right now. So it's like, well, how about you? How's your top 3 recruitment method that you have used and taught to your team?
So very similar to my diamonds partners here. Well, I will always, for me, it's anytime, anywhere. Like wherever I am, because I breathe and live Jeunesse. Jeunesse is part of my life. I don't even do it in purpose. I would always share and make questions to people. Normally, I'm the one asking questions, and then they ask me back. And it's been incredible because from having a massage one time with a lady, I would, be kind to her and even buy some of her products. She then started she was one of my first Russian recruitments because she was, I was living in Portugal, but she was Russian. And I remember that through her, just because I was having a massage and she could not run away, I was able to make her interest. And I remember that at the end of the massage, because of, the paper where you take the massage, I was already making cycles and showing her the compensation plan. But always because, you see, one thing that's very, very important, because I believe the people that were talking to me about the business in the beginning, they were bothering me. They were like, blah, 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 blah. Any chance they had, I would go for dinner with them. It was all about the company. It was all about the business and the money and the money. And that turned me off. So my way of doing it is that I attract people in asking me. I would go out for dinner, for example, and invite them to dinner and mingle with people and talk with people. I would make questions to them, and then they would ask me back, and I would say, oh, I promote anti-aging products, and then if I liked her shoes, if I was talking to a woman, I would change subject, go like, oh my God, I love your shoes, and the person was like, but what do you mean anti-aging? Tell me more. And then I would say, yeah, we work with growth factor of human stem cells, and then again I would change subject. Do you have kids? And at the end of the day, those people are the ones that are like, okay, please sit down now. How old are you? Wow, amazing, these products, how do they work? And at that point, they're giving me the power to already present them the products and at times even the business. So one thing is always connect, talk to people, make questions, and attract people to you, also by using social media. Because I had many people, obviously, like I said before, that said no to me, right? No credibility in business. But they observe what I do. And today, all those no, most of those no's became yes. I make my profile picture Jeunesse and all those mistakes that people do. I just show my life, my lifestyle, the meetings we do, and share what the lifestyle I have, and that I can work by being a mom. I can post a picture of the sea and say, this is my office today, and make people curious and attracted to what I do. And again, also just give back. I don't intentionally go out there and be kind to people because I want them to enroll. That's the way I am and I want to be. But I see that people then want to be around you when you're just nice, and then they want to work with you, and again they ask you to be there. So it's just amazing. Make Jeunesse part of your lifestyle, and anytime, anywhere. Like I said, I was at the park just the other day. I had no intention. I had my dog, I had my son. I was on the phone. I was busy. And boom, I then ended up making a presentation to this woman at my house. So it's just amazing. And keep in mind, we are the ones changing lives. We are the one giving people opportunity. So by doing this, by living, you're thinking like, wow, I have an opportunity to bless people. That can be a blessing. And that's what I do.
That's right. Thank you. Wonderful. And how about authorship, Stefania? Your authorship?
Okay. I explained the authorship right away. I know some people are afraid, and that will ruin their business, because you need to be upfront and tell people that the only thing that the company asks us to do is to be customers, clients of this product. And I know you're going to, and that's what I say all the time, and I know you're going to use much more than one product a month, but at least what you have to do is just buy one product a month, which is nothing. And I say the authorship is the heart of your business. And if you think about it, if one day you have 200 people under you, and all those 200 people will buy at least one product, and then I always say, but trust me, they will buy much more than that, because that's because the products are just so amazing, and you need them anyway, and you use them. And so I actually make them love the authorship even before they sign up, and that will duplicate in your system. If instead you're afraid, you want to change, you don't want to talk about it, and come on, what is one, you know, and then I also say this, and if you're not willing to buy one product a month, please don't enroll, because it means that you don't use the products, and then you're hypocritical, like you are a liar, like, you know, because you're promoting something you don't believe in. So I even say, please don't sign up. And they go like, no, of course I want to sign up, and of course the auto shipping. It's true. I talk like this, but I mean what I say. Yeah. So
thank you. Really, I wish that I can have more of your time, but I really took up 2 hours of your time, guys. You know, I'm so thankful, so grateful for all of you being here tonight. We really learned so much from each other. I think that's the importance when we attend events as Diamond. We never miss any events. It's because we desire the knowledge from other leaders as well. We desire what they do in order for them to get their success, and we implement anything that we learn, everything that we learn as well. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us on this call. You know, it's been a privilege to have all of you, and you know, today being a Good Friday, you know, I wish all of you, you know, may the God bless you all. All right, continue to prosper you as you
God bless.
Such a beautiful heart to go out there and continue to help and change the lives of many people. So we really want to thank all of you for joining us tonight, and we want to wish everybody a good night. And I mean, it's power pack. You know, it's better than any event that we've been. This is like, you know, really amazing. You know, we want the best of the best, and we can get the best of the best. So thank you so much for coming in, logging in tonight, everybody. It's been a pleasure, and I wish all of you a wonderful morning for you, and a very good night to everybody in Singapore. Right. So thank you, everyone, and love from all of us. And please come and visit us so that we can host you as well. Okay. So hope to see you all again in the next nearest event. All right. So thank you, and God bless everybody. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.